Good evening. I'd like to start off by thanking Adam and Mary for having me here tonight. Nowhere else I'd rather be. Thank you guys. Love you. Welcome, family and friends. Thanks for coming and sharing in this joyous occasion with them. Nothing says love like marriage. Two people who want to spend the rest of their lives together. I'd like to go into a little background about myself and these two fine people over here. Mary, I've known you the longest. About 15 years now. It's been a great ride. Let's see, I believe I met Mary when she was about 6 years old. We were at the Naugatuck house, and we would play all day, all night. Cousins, friends, brothers and sisters. We played all night. And that would lead into the summers. Played all summer. Tag in the backyard, swimming in the pool, basketball out front in the street. You name it, we did it. We had a blast doing it. I'll never forget having Grandma Jason there yelling at us, sitting in her old chair, her favorite chair, sitting in the corner. She would every once in a while she would stand up and come knock on the door, tell us to be quiet. We're being too loud. She loved to yell at us, but it was all in love. We miss you, Grandma Jason. Rest in peace. Anyway, as I got older, I wound up moving away, and Mary kept growing up. I would come home once a year just to say hi and visit with family and friends. It was great, and every time I came home, the little Mary was less and less, and it was this older, more beautiful woman. Just growing up right before my eyes. And it was great. Never forget coming home. It's about 6 years ago. And I went to their church for a children's camp. And I volunteered for that to help them out. And we were doing a wall climb for the kids. And a bunch of other stuff. And they loved it. But I remember meeting this guy, Adam. I was like, oh, he's a pretty nice guy, very respectful, great kid. He was about 15 at the time. Really, really great kid. And so I didn't think anything of it. I met him, nice guy. It was 2 years later I came back home, and he kind of showed up at my aunt and uncle's house one day. And I was like, hey, what's going on? You know, introducing ourselves again. And then Mary walks in behind him, and I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, oh, this is my boyfriend now. 4 years later, here they are, getting hitched. It's crazy. It's amazing how time flies. Now here we go with Mary and Adam, off to spend the rest of their lives together. This little girl that I knew 15 years ago is now a grown woman with a husband and a house. And she's still younger than me. One day, I'd like to leave you guys with some parting words. Adam, to prevent getting yelled at, never leave the seat up. Mary, I love you, and never leave the seat up either. Thank you guys. Cheers, cheers.